Всем привет, я Адонис, и мы продолжаем проходить Come Deliverance. Сейчас надо поспать. Может даже перекусить. Так, нужен харчевник. Где тут он? А, это не постоялый двор. Я туплю, здесь спать нельзя, здесь чисто выпивать можно. Вот. Вот сюда надо. Все. Понятно. Эти все стоят тут. Блин, не то. Да, 25. Все нормально. Вот корчмарь.
God save you. What can I...
Is there somewhere I...
All right. For how long?
Just the one.
All right.
Here you go.
You'll like it here.
Where do I go to sleep?
On the upper floor of the inn. There's steps up to it out. The middle room is yours. Good luck to you.
Так, по лестнице. Средняя комната. А, типовое жилище, так уже было где-то. А не, внутри по-другому. Фу, мусор какой-то, бумажки. Не убрали даже. Так, почитать надо. Букварь изучим. Че-че, черная овца, если у тебя шерсть, ты узнаешь в наших последних изданиях. Букварь для 15 века. Ищи во всех скрипториях. А, понятно, нельзя пока. Ладно. Так. Что-то у меня еще там было. Марафон 2, во. Когда ты уже не можешь больше идти, пинай себя сильнее, что? Ну, понятно, мы уже читали. Удобство места аж 150%. До 3 часов ночи читать буду. Может, имеет смысл выучить навык, когда ты не дочитываешь книжку, что она потом сама по себе дочитывается? Вау! Сколько плюсов всяких. Чтение и живучесть. Марафонец, спринтер. Спринтер интереснее. Неплохо вот это последний рывок. Само здоровье восстанавливается. Это неплохо. Вполне неплохо. Я думаю, что надо выучить. 5 часов всего достаточно. Круто. Так, а теперь пересчитали как-то. 6. Ладно. Раньше времени, если вставать, то невыгодно, потому что никто еще не спит. Ой, то есть, наоборот, все еще спят, никто не встал, ни с кем не поговоришь. Угу. Так, ну сюда, наверное, телепортнемся. Ты узнал где? Как я ж до этого телепортнулся. Монастырский двор. Альфа-самец заканчивается. Травник. Кстати, травник. Вот. А, это интересно. Закрыто. Вот, травничество. Пожалуйста, еще прокачано. Я силу прокачиваю тоже. Еще один травник.
To help your neighbors, he says. It's been weeks.
But I need more for them.
We can supply you with
I
a
hope
few
they
more
live
blankets,
soon.
but not many.
Look at them. Look at the state they're in.
I know the wounded need caring for.
One of them dragged himself in
What
his
is it?
broken ribs, and now he's going to die from pneumonia and starvation.
Look, we're doing the best we can, and this kind of attitude isn't helping. I bid you good day.
Угу.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Угу. Любого мяса, да?
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive.
Maybe if I...
That.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that. Out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Я так понял, этот разговор должен был быть внутри.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
You wouldn't happen to know what Fritz and Matthew did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the two of them are drinking! With that cretin Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All three of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say about birds of a feather.
And do you know what got between them?
I don't have a clue. One minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
What kind of person is this Elias?
A timid kind of fellow.
And why is he being so hard on Fritz and Matthew? They're drowning in debt because of him, and it seems all they had was a small fight.
I don't know. He was the one who wanted to befriend them in the first place. I don't believe it's because of any property damage they did. It's got more to do with wounded pride.
Thank you. That's all I need.
Tell me more about... All right.
Благотворительность. Вот он, Элеш. А, вот они где лежат, прямо тут.
Everything here is fine.
И обокрасть можно.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Ох, кровища.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. These wounds have been well taken care of. Everything here is fine.
Можно поспать, кстати.
Everything here is fine. These wounds have been well taken care of.
Huh? What do you want?
You look all right.
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you
10.
tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine
God
then.
save, Henry.
Не зря я выучился.
What the...
How are you feeling?
Good. It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Don't mention it.
And next time, don't wake me.
Ничего себе! Я ему тут помог, он мне говорит, не смей будить меня. Хорош.
What do you want?
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian could set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium, anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus.
Волшебные цветочки, что-то не верится.
Fast asleep.
Как плацебо может подействовать.
He just needs to sleep.
Christ above! I can't get a word
А, у меня есть
What are you
лекарство.
making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh,
then for God's sake, do it quickly! I've got something for you. Really? Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you! You woke me over a thing like that. Couldn't it have waited?
Опять. Странные диалоги.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
Ну, Никодим.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here, needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded, then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this... I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
That's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Thank you. Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions?
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him. I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
Even so, conditions here seem to me quite unchristian.
You're not the only one.
What happened to Philip?
Philip?
He's unconscious. He's shivering and he has a fever.
Ah, I didn't know that. When he first came here, he was fine. No wounds on him. He was escorting the others. Then he got worse and worse until he lost consciousness entirely. Ask Johanka. Maybe she'll know more.
А если он заразный? Это ж опасно так оставлять.
I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
I do.
In that case, you've come to the right place. Someone who knows what they're doing will have it done in a jiffy. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it they're not supposed to grow?
Between the mint and the eyebright. Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener.
Интересное задание. Крапива, чертополох и одуванчики. Окей.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
А хотя...
Would you teach me more about...
Certainly.
Почему
I'm interested
нет?
in more...
Wouldn't you rather...
В смысле сначала основы?
I'm interested in more of...
Wouldn't you rather learn...
А, у меня еще нету 5-го уровня, понятно. Окей. У него карта сокровищ есть? Мечта алхимика.
Can we do something about the price?
Finally.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God! There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
О, отлично.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
Ох, жесть будет.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
Ну, понятно.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days. Among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Tell me more.
А, ну все здесь.
All right.
God be with you.
Так, вправить ногу надо. Все?
Are you holding him firmly?
Ой! Я не думал, что будет показывать. Твою ж! Фух. Ну все не так ужасно, как я боялся.
I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned some... What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Ну ишь ты какой.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, couldn't you at least hold the banquet here?
Мне там такие характеристики не удалось.
Talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Фокан шайт. Ну как же так? Такие прокачанные характеристики и все без толку. Мадонна Мия. Ты отбываешь тюремное заключение. Эх. Все отвратительно. А мое ворованное... Не забрали, нормально. Крендель сидим. Голод. Самогон, что ли, уже выпить с горя? Так, куда мне идти? Влево, наверное, просто посмотреть. Ужас, кровище.
What the hell are you doing?
Осматриваюсь. На свободу с чистой совестью. Ладно, прошел. Прошел тюрягу. Где я нахожусь? А, вот куда меня отвели. К травнику, кстати, надо зайти. Надо еще меда съесть. Все, хоть не качает теперь.
I feel quite hungry.
Так, это не то, это бронник. Типа по времени рано, да, сейчас? Так, надо к купальщицам. Только они утешат меня. Приведут в чувство.
Да.
Купальщицы не работают еще, да? How sad. Так, где тут присесть можно? О, заточка оружия. Острый как нож. Множество инструментов имеет неправильную заточку. Зачастую причина этого в том, что владельцы не заботятся о них. Но чтобы держать инструменты в заточенном виде, нужен лишь качественный точильный камень и практика. Практика. Так, ну вот здесь начнут работать, я думаю. Еще что-то они поздно начинают. Банщицы должны вставать с петухами.
I'd like to make use of...
Uh-huh.
Так, для начала.
I've heard...
I'm sure you'll be May the Lord...
Could do with a bite to eat.
Боже мой, как же долго. Видно, совсем хреново было. Измылят сейчас до изнеможения. Ух, шлеп. Так, что там у нас? О, все идеально. Прекрасно. Они все параметры поднимают. Шик. А сила ловкости-то... Освобожденные заключенные. В тюрьме ты плохо ел и потому ослабел. Твоя сила, ловкость и живучесть снизились. Чем больше времени ты провел в тюрьме, тем больше штраф. Угу.
What have we here?
Так, ладно. Ладно, пойдем сюда. Получается, очень большой город, и монастырь здесь. Прям центр мира. Ух, этот смотритель засранец какой оказался. Блин, такие характеристики прокачанные, и все равно не прокатило. И одежда ж крутая. Ладно.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. May the Lord watch over you.
Да ладно, я ж не мог прийти сюда, пришел, тут всем помог сразу. Понятно.
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. Then I heard it was all down to you. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me. There's nothing much happens here without my knowledge. Thomas is my name.
Фига себе. Лежит со сломанной ногой, все знает.
Yes. Must you disturb me with such a thing when I'm fast asleep?
Йоханка-буханка. Ты кто?
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
Не Elias, а Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down, or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Thank you. I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me, and I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness.
Угу.
May the Lord watch over you.
Хоть тут кого-то уговорил.
What's going on now? You didn't get any brew?
The brew's gone.
Be a bit more careful.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't. Can you get me more?
This is the last time.
Next time, don't wake me.
У меня было еще, получается.
Brew?
Yes, please. Jesus, must you disturb me with such a thing when I'm fast asleep?
Так, ладно.
What the hell are you doing?
Во! Во! Ух ты, как тут строится все красиво. Круто выглядит, впечатляет так прямо. Все-таки от первого лица игры круче, как ни крути. Там как будто ты со стороны все это смотришь, далеко все от тебя. А тут все как-то по-настоящему, что ли. Серьезно. Так, травку собрать. Окей. Ишь ты, какой идет пан. Змола. Кирпичи местные. Ага. Так, крапива. Первый раз в играх прополкой занимаюсь. А нет, не первый раз. В Эликсе было подобное задание. Чертополох. А в центр убирайте, чтобы сразу побольше. Так мяту не взять. Так, на этой прекрасной ноте серия заканчивается. Всем, кто смотрел, спасибо. До встречи.